Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Lawfully Good Gaming. Today I want to talk to you guys about, something that's pretty obvious right now. My microphone. Um, as you guys probably know, audio is probably the most important part of any streaming setup, especially for a content creator, whether that's a podcast, a YouTube channel, or streaming on Twitch. Um, I had been using my headset mic to record these videos and to do my streams, but I felt like it wasn't really looking professional, so I started looking into getting a more traditional mic setup. Um, what's important to note is that when you're looking into these setups, there are usually two options. You can either go XLR or you can go USB. XLR is the superior option. It has better sound. It has more adjustability and sort of more choices in how you are portraying yourself on your stream. More customizability, basically. However, with that is also more expensive. To get a good setup would probably cost you at least $100, maybe to $200, somewhere around there. What you trade off with a USB mic is they're usually cheaper. However, the sound quality is not as good, and you lose some degree of customization, though you can get around that by using a software for mixing and stuff like that. So, why are we here? Well, I got a new mic. I got this mic, the Neewer NW8000 USB mic. It comes as part of their professional recording kit, which has pretty much everything you're seeing here right now: the mic, filters, and the scissor arm. So this is going to be my brief review of this. I'm going to show you a little bit of the unboxing, go through what this came with, and sort of just give you my first impressions. This video is going to be recorded on it, but the audio that you guys will probably be hearing has been at least touched up a little bit in post. So, yeah, I mean, I did that mostly to get rid of one of the major issues with this, which I'll let you guys listen later to a difference between this microphone and my old headset. I think that this might be superior than this headset that I'm currently wearing. However, it does have its drawbacks. So, let's get into it. Hey guys, so I was supposed to be showing you my unboxing video. However, like many parts of my stream, I'm still not very good at catching B-roll yet. So, we'll do it this way. So, the box that this came in was a little bit damaged. I assume that was probably because of whoever delivered it, whether it was UPS or USPS. Doesn't really matter. There was a decent amount of styrofoam on the inside, so I wasn't too worried about damages. But it did come with an instruction book. The instruction book was in Chinese and English, so that could be a deterrent for some people if you don't speak either of those languages. But I guess the question would be then, why are you at this video? Because then how do you understand English? But anyway, so, that really shouldn't matter because this thing's pretty much just plug and play. It came with everything you need. I literally just plugged it in, my computer recognized it, and it was done. But let's go over what was in the box. First thing that was in the box was this pop filter. A pop filter is to stop you from registering the like noises, the Peter, Peter, Peter. Like, you know, kind of noises that come from your mouth when you make P noises. And along with that, it also came with this fairly, you know, cushy, pretty thick windscreen, which is good. They usually say you should only use one or the other. Um, I use both because I usually have a fan running and I also have another standing fan behind me that's running. You can see it in the picture. But so that's sort of where I'm probably breaking the rules a little bit, but I don't really care. Again, came with a cord, plug and play, not a big deal. It also came with this shock mount. It is a universal shock mount, so if you buy this kit and want to upgrade later, as long as it fits within the dimensions of this shock mount, then you'll be set. You don't have to worry about it. One less thing you have to buy later on. Next that I pulled out was the microphone itself. It was a pretty heavy microphone. It felt pretty good. Felt a little metal. Could be just really good plastic. I wasn't entirely sure. If you look up underneath here, I'll just lift this up here. I'll talk into it like this for a second. Sorry for the noise when I'm taking this thing off. So as you can see, it's got a nice metal sort of built-in windscreen, which is nice. I honestly think it looks a little bit nicer this way, but I always use this just because, again, don't want to have to deal with you guys having to hear the wind from my fans. This is supposed to be a unidirectional, or more commonly known as a cardioid mic. So that would mean that you talk into one of these two areas. I noticed personally that there's not a ton of difference depending on whether you're looking on the side or talking like forward or anything like that, whether you're talking on the side of it or the top. What I did find though is that this mic performs a lot better when you're talking directly into it like this. So if you don't like the idea of having the microphone directly like in front of you while you're playing, you don't think it looks good or whatever, this might not be the best mic for you. But I found this is the best way because if I move over here, I kind of start sounding like I'm a little bit more distant, a little bit quieter. So it's not the best, but if I move back over here, it definitely makes a better, like, more clear sound. The other way kind of felt like I was talking down like a hallway or something. So let's set this back up. And finally, the last thing, which I think is the thing that probably makes this thing the most worth it, is the shock mount. Or, sorry, not the shock mount, the scissor arm. It moves around pretty well. It's pretty stable. I haven't had, like, a lot of problems with it. It took me, like, a day to figure out that you can bend it back and forth from the base. But otherwise, great. I have nothing bad to say about the arm. It feels a little cheap and flimsy. You may have to replace it down the road, but for the most part, again, I have no complaints about that at all. The one complaint I do have about this, I'll turn you this way a little bit, so you can see the rest of the scissor arm. See my drink too. Bring you back here. So the one complaint I do have is with this, it was a little difficult to get to the right area that I wanted it. It's a little cheap feeling. It's a little, I had a problem with it being a little loose at the base. So getting it into this spot took me a while. They said to put about 3 fingers in between you and your pop filter and the microphone. So that's what I do. But after getting that set up, like, I don't have to move it around too much. It pretty much stays in the same place. When I don't want this in my way, it all goes up and it stores pretty well together. So, again, no real complaints about that. However, I did find a problem, and I've been told that this is a pretty common problem with a lot of USB mics, especially the cheaper USB mics. So to put it into context, I bought this entire setup for, I believe I got it for $36 after tax. On Amazon, 2-day shipping, all that good stuff. A decent microphone. Let's just use, say, let's use the Blue Yeti, right? The Blue Yeti is like $150, or like a hundred and change. Um, I guess right now, I think typically it's at like 100. I think with gouging, when all this crazy stuff is going on, it was sitting closer to like 150, 200. I think the price has gone back to normal since then. But so that doesn't even come with all of this other equipment, and some of Yeti's stuff is proprietary. So that could make it a little more difficult. But so the entire thing, $36. The audio that you guys are probably listening to has been given some noise reduction. Because again, like I said, the main issue that I've had with this thus far is the noise reduction. Or sorry, the presence of noise. So these videos that I've been doing, I've been playing around and I've been trying to fix this problem. The only way I've been able to do that is to lower the decibels and implement a noise reduction effect. And it makes me a little bit quieter, which then I have to boost my vocals up a little bit for the recording. But overall, I haven't had that much of a problem with it. I think if I was just starting out, I would probably be fine with that, and I'll cut in some audio of the difference between my headset and this microphone without anything being done to either of them. Because obviously right now you guys are receiving edited sound. So I'll put that right here. This is a recording of the Neewer NW8000 microphone going through Voicemeeter after slight changes.
This is a recording of the Razer Kraken headset going through Voicemeeter with no changes.
And so, as you can hear, there's like a slight buzz going on in the background. It's actually because of that buzz and some of the issues I've been having using this with Discord and stuff with my friends that I'm actually already ordered a new microphone. As much as I didn't want to, I'm going to be switching over to an XLR setup that goes into my 3.5 mil jack, and then in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be getting an actual XLR mixer so that I don't have to mess around with the 3.5 mil jack, and it'll all go through a USB again. That'll be really nice. I'll be making a video about that one and then comparing these two in that video before I send this one back. Me and my brother intend to be doing a podcast with these mics, and I don't want to have to be messing around with effects to get rid of any sort of background noise. I'm hoping that I can avoid severe background noise on my next set. But if this keeps up on my microphone journey, then you might be seeing a couple more videos of me reviewing mics until I wind up just spending really good money on a new setup. So I guess getting down to the final question is, would I recommend this mic? I think if you're a new streamer or you're a new content creator and you're on a budget starting out, I don't think you can beat this setup by too much. I mean, again, if you have like $40 that you're gonna be able to put into a microphone setup, there might be better options, but I would say this one looks pretty damn professional. Typically when I am doing this, I have you guys over here. Set you guys up the way I usually have it. So, I mean, this looks like you know what you're doing. It is a professional looking setup. It gives you the look of someone who knows what they're doing and that you are presenting a professional product to whoever's watching your videos. Um, but for anyone who has been doing this for any amount of time, that noise is going to get really bothersome. If you're doing a podcast, I would not recommend it. If you're new to streaming, I would say most people probably won't care or hear it that well. Um, Based off of statistics, I've seen a lot of people watch Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that on their phones or through their headphones and stuff like that. So unless they're wearing like really good headphones, I don't think they'll notice a ton of a difference. But yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend this to some degree. I bought an XLR setup for, I think it was $20, almost $20 exactly more than this setup. So we'll see if a $55 setup is going to beat this $36 setup, or however much these two setups are. And the setup that I bought does come, I don't believe it comes with this windscreen, but it does come with a pop filter, which for me is probably the most important thing. Um, I looked up online how much to get like a kit of just the filter, one of these, the arm, and the shock mount, and the cheapest one I found was $22, and I don't think it came with the windscreen. I actually ordered that for my brother because me and him want to, again, start doing some podcasting. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think this is an okay setup for someone who's just starting out. If you have like $100 to spend on, your webcam and your microphone, and that's what you have, like you already have the PC and everything, like you bought a $7 light bulb or whatever. If you have $100 to spend on audio equipment and video equipment, then yeah, I mean, this would be great. Go and buy yourself this mic. Uh, Under $40. I found it on sale for 36. I think the last time I looked, it's usually around like 40, and then you have $60 to go spend on a Logitech C920 when they're not being price gouged. I actually found one for like $69 or something like that. Nice. Um, but yeah, so I mean, even so, even if you just got a basic Logitech like 320 or something like that, just buying a name brand, you could get a okay streaming setup for about $100. Um, Anything outside of that, if you have the extra money, pay the extra money for it. I tried to do this as cheaply as possible. I was using this headset for a while, but I didn't really like the quality of sound I was getting out of it. Uh, as you heard earlier, it's just a little bit. It's a little off. I just, it never gave me the quality that I wanted. It's very clearly just meant to be for talking with your friends, not for recording videos and stuff like that. So, and the audio quality on this is very good. For the price that you pay for this thing, the audio quality is very good. It's very clear. I hope that you guys can hear, like, it sounds okay. Um for the price, I mean, realistically, $36 for all of this. That means this mic, figure if the arm, the mount, the pop filter, I bought that for $22. That means I essentially spent like almost $14 on the mic and the windscreen. So figure $14 for a mic. I mean, you can't really beat that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I would recommend this to new people. Definitely. If you have the extra money, spend the extra money, and yeah. So, but yeah, that's where we're at. I'm gonna be using this in at least one more video. My new mic comes this Monday, and I'm hoping that this is gonna be the end of my journey for now until I start making some money and I can upgrade to a more legit setup. I'd like to get a higher quality, like $100, $200 mic. Um, Maybe getting a Go XLR and go really all out on it. Um, I think in the end, the XLR setup that I'm going to be setting up over the next couple weeks is going to be about $100. Maybe a little bit more. It might come to somewhere around like 110. Um, and that's the drawback for XLR. It is a little bit more expensive to get a decent setup going. But hopefully it's not going to have this same humming issue that this does. But yeah, so that's where it's at. If I had to rate this out of 5 stars, I'd probably give it 3, just because again, all the accessories were easily the best part. If I wasn't planning on returning this, I would probably keep everything else and just replace the mic, because the mic is literally the only drawback for this entire setup. So take that with what you will. And yeah, I hope this helps someone make a decision as to what they're gonna buy. Again, hopefully I'll have the next video out sometime next week. Also, look forward to some of my Valorant videos that are going to be coming out. I'm going to be doing sort of like a basics video for each one of the current agents and just for the game in general. So watch that. That'll be coming soon. I have my Dishonored 2 gameplay. I tried to do a pacifist ghost run in Dishonored 2. Didn't go over well. Shocker. But, yeah. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming to my channel. If you'd like to watch me, I stream on Twitch every single day around 5 o'clock. If you'd like to follow me on social medias, I am at The Lawful Gamer on Twitter. I have a Instagram page, Lawfully Good Gaming. My YouTube channel, which you're probably watching this on, is Lawfully Good Gaming, and I have a Facebook page, also Lawfully Good Gaming. Links are in the description to all of this. Thank you so much for watching this. Shout out to Harris Heller for the stream beats at the beginning and now the end of this video. And yeah, be good.